Thank you for joining me today, everyone. We're going to go straight into an Ascension reading with the Ascension affirmation cards. Hopefully this will be a short, concise reading that will help you move forward on your path today. Okay, so the Ascension reading is... Oh, they're so formal. I hear the Light Council saying, I greet you. I'm practicing today doing more free form channel, so just bear with me. But yes, they're saying I greet you. Of love. I greet you in the form of love. I greet you, meet you with the intention of divine wisdom, guidance, unconditional love. Yes, okay. And the affirmation says, I forgive myself if I fall back into addiction and fear. I forgive myself if I fall back into addiction and fear. And I see moving forward very, very carefully, but steadily, like around these obstacles, seeing like candlesticks set up with fire, lit candlesticks set up in almost like a maze, and you having to walk through it without knocking over any candlesticks, burning yourself, or getting yourself caught on fire. So having had to move forward very carefully but with all these obstacles in front of you, and agility to move forward through these situations with confidence, passion, with confidence and passion. So many challenges you have had to walk through, many challenges, and those challenges probably have caused any addictions that you may have had. And you've been in a high state of fear and concentration to get through these obstacles for very long periods of time. And I'm seeing this kind of more as a past energy. And now I'm seeing this different kind of energy come in that's kind of moving through to assist you through this pattern. There's assistance now that kind of is coming through to kind of move you through this pattern in this situation. So you've already gone through the highest point of having to concentrate and having to focus and all of that, and now you're going to be assisted a little bit. Definitely, I see assistance coming through and helping you over this gap. If you've been trying to fight addiction on your own, and if you've been trying to let go of attachments on your own, if you've been actively working on it, actively focusing on it, making your actions match your intentions, and still getting burnt along the way. What is a path? What is addictions and attachments if we don't get burned? And the burned is the pain, when you're walking through those candles. So yes, gone through all of this, and now, because you have put the work and the focus into it, your path is going to be smooth forward a little bit. Yes, your path is definitely going to smooth forward a little bit. So don't give up if you're trying to give up an attachment of a relationship, an attachment of a person, an attachment of any physical thing, a house, a job, your material things, your security in general. Whatever has been the most hard for you to let go of, but you have been actively working on it. I see you moving past that now. And a blessing like a rush of wind. Because the assistance is coming because you have put the work and the intent into moving past this pattern in your life. You have acknowledged to your higher self, hey, I've been using this, and I haven't been ready to let go. And there's nothing, they're saying, there's nothing wrong right now. They're saying there is nothing wrong right now. There is nothing wrong right now. Because you have had to go through these obstacles and challenges to become who you are now. And now that you have, it's kind of like they need you to stand up. No matter how many times you fall, they're going to be there. They're going to be there. You are loved. You are guided. And there are some things that we have to go through. We are on an earth school, different than what we have been taught. This is a school where we, depending on who we are either learning, or we are teaching, or we are awakening. But as you can see, none of us here are just resting and kicking back and having a great time. We're all here for learning or service. So there is nothing wrong, because how can you learn if that's like going to school and going through a math class and having no problems in which to test your new formed knowledge, right? So these addictions, these attachments, these very painful, hard to let go of things that we are wrestling with, that have become patterns, and we've probably repeated them over and over and over again. But now, as we have learned, as we have grown, as we have come to new perspectives, there will be assistance to help us get through the last vestiges and to release these patterns completely and finally. So for those yes, so that is celebration. That is celebration. Look forward to that coming in. Look forward to that. So there's nothing wrong. That's why you have to forgive yourself. Forgive ourselves. This is self-love. We're moving into self-love. We're moving into self-love. And as you learn to love yourself more, you learn to treat yourself better. And as you learn to treat yourself better, love yourself more, you can let go of that which is the opposite of that, and that which isn't you. So let's be easy on ourselves. Let's feel that rush of wind coming in. Take us through this last part so that we can release the vestiges of any patterns of attachment, addictions, or fears that we have been holding on to. Now, instead of these careful steps forward that are just so heavy and hard and difficult, and all the challenges and all the problems, you're learning. We've learned it. If your homework was that you had to do 99 problems to get through this pattern and to learn what this lesson is, then we are on the last problem. And there's going to be some kind of maybe a cheat. Maybe you get through half the last problem and then you realize, oh, this is a trick. I'm already done. This last question was just a fun one. You see? Because you've already learned. We've already grown. And nothing is wrong. There is brilliance in the pattern of God. The pattern of God is at once the simplest and most complex. So, though it would seem that addictions are wrong and all of this and attachments are wrong and these relationships are wrong, that we keep going back to something that is harmful to us, this is how we learn. And so whatever you are in, whatever you are doing, and when you hear this message, understand that there is nothing wrong. This is a process. And you have to trust the process. You have to trust the plan when you're in ascension. That's part of co-creation. And your job is to love yourself and others. Okay, so feel that assistance getting ready to come in. One strong wind, it's going to take you over the gap, and just see that pattern, breaking into little pieces and blowing away. Oh, that's very, very good. And you stepping out with your newfound, what do you get when you've learned something massive and you can let go of the learning challenges and obstacles? What do you get? You get the crown, the throne of knowledge, of being healed, of remembrance, a new title, a new perspective. Now you are a sharp arrow, focused, honed very sharply, and ready, more ready. So I don't want to use the word weapon, but kind of, right? Kind of. A honed weapon. All of this has made you into that. Weapon's not the word. I don't know what the word is. I'm listening now. And the other affirmation is keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make the mark. So you're almost there. You're almost about to make this transformation. And what is the last part that you have to do? The last part that you have to do is you have to forgive yourself for ever falling back into that however many times, right? You're going to have to do that problem however many times it takes you to do it. I'm being reminded. I'm being reminded of being in fourth grade and and hating division, hating it because I did not understand it, and my teacher, who was this very patient, low key man, had this steely determination that I was going to learn this division. And I had to stay in at lunch and I had to stay after school, and he just walked me through it step by step. And even though, I was crying and I was mad and I threw the pencil and everything, he taught me in a way. He had to come to understand what I did not understand. And we had to sit there through it, the two of us. And we had to do it over and over and, erase it over and over, and it's ugly. And to this day, I never ever have a problem with division. I understood it. And he ended up having to explain it to me in a way that I could understand, whether it had to be drawing alligators or whatever. I did not understand it. So you are in a point where you don't want to forgive yourself for not understanding division. Do you understand what I'm saying? Forgive yourself. Let this go. This has been learning, and we have learned, and we have applied and practiced. And now we're at problem number 99, and we know how to do this. So don't doubt yourself. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy street, but it's going to be a hell of a lot easier than it was than when you didn't know how to do it. Now you know how to move and what to do, and you've graduated. So it's just apply and practice, and most of all, forgive yourself. Thank you all for joining me for this short message today from the Light Council. I hope it has helped you in some way. Hope you're enjoying this beautiful day. I hope you started off with a sun meditation. If you are a morning person, there is a powerful healing and peace. If you're up anyway, when the sun is rising, then go outside and just stand there when it rises up over you. Blessings to everyone. Peace.